Welcome to sparklebritts, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights and demand accountability. This episode is brought.
How long? I've been stopped 3 times. This is my 3rd stop in a week.
Alright.
Right?
This story captures a heated traffic stop where a driver, frustrated by being pulled over for the 3rd time in a week, confronts the police. The officers stopped the vehicle under Section 163 of the Road Traffic Act to check its roadworthiness and verify the driver's identification. However, the driver questioned the legitimacy of the stop, accusing the officers of harassment and mocking them with derogatory remarks like big dogs and tyrants. Despite the officers explaining their actions, including concerns about a potential vehicle marker, the driver remained defiant, recording the encounter and claiming it would make great content. Watch the whole clip and please support this auditor by subscribing to his channel. The link is in the description.
Hello, mate.
Just wants to chat with the driver.
Is it just step to the pavement in case anyone rear ends it? Is it your car?
What do you want to know for, sir?
Have you got your driving licence on you?
I haven't.
Have you not?
No.
Alright, okay. Have you got
What are you stopping me for first?
Because you're driving a motor vehicle on a road and I've got a power to stop
Under
you.
what section of...
163 of the Road Traffic
Right.
Act. Right.
And what section are you asking me for my driving licence?
Section 164, I've got a power to request your identification of the
Yes.
driver. So I'm asking, have you got your driving licence? Which you don't have.
And what crime have I committed?
You haven't committed a crime
What
yet.
have you pulled me off at motorway for where I can't get back on?
You can get back on.
How?
You can follow the signs for the motorway and you can get back on.
But why you pulled me off?
I'm not your sat nav. It's not my job to do that. The reason why I brought you off the motorway is because it's a safe place to deal with you.
What's the reason for stopping? You must have a
You must have a reason for stopping.
I don't have a reason and I don't have to have one.
Bollocks. You won't just pick them randomly.
I don't have to have one. I don't have to have a reason.
Bollocks. You're talking bollocks. You know you are.
I'm going to check the vehicle, make sure it's nice and safe and roadworthy.
It is.
Thanks for your time. So you don't have your driving. Have you got any other ID on you?
Hang on, I might have...
You don't have to give them no idea, do you? You don't have to give them nothing, mate.
No, I am.
All right, that's fine. What's your first name?
Is this regarding... Is this regarding the... what is it? What are you stopped us in a bus stop for?
It's a nice safe place to stop. Don't cause any obstruction to the traffic.
There's regular bus stops, yeah?
There was a nice place to stop there where you did.
Can you see any...
Do you see that there? The next lane?
Is it causing an obstruction?
It's going to be in a minute, like bus turns up, isn't it?
Okay, well we'll wait until the bus turns up then. So,
You've got it on AMPR.
what's your date of birth?
To terrorise you.
I didn't know you were sat in passenger seat.
Look here.
I didn't know you were going to be sat there.
Look here.
Did
The
I?
car's tagged up, miss. It's tagged up to fuck, we know it is.
I didn't know you were
Look here.
Oh, you're on the car, Edward.
What do you want to know that for?
Just asking.
It's
called the
have a look.
Conversation.
No, have a look. You know how long I've been stopped 3 times. This is my 3rd stop in a week.
Alright. All
Right.
in West Yorkshire.
All in West Yorkshire.
What
All
it is,
in West.
targeted
Well,
fucking harassment is
it's
what it is.
yes, it is.
harassment.
From Manchester,
Targeted harassment,
an
mate.
inspector
So
at
many stops
Manchester.
For no
Alright.
reason, it becomes malicious.
Am I right?
About what? We don't have access to Manchester's.
Been
I don't
tagged.
work for GMP, well I work for
No.
West Yorkshire Police, so I couldn't tell you what GMP are.
And by the way, you haven't actually told us that you were recording us.
I am recording you, Edward.
Right.
Supposed to tell
Well,
us when
you're
you turn
supposed
it
to
on, actually.
tell us when you turn it on.
I couldn't tell you when I sat in car and turned it on.
You should tell us that the first available opportunity is what it says.
That was my first one,
No,
Martin.
it wasn't.
You want us to get a copy of pace out?
You told us when you started.
Have you got it in the car?
Yeah.
Let's have a look then.
Carry on.
And we got that printed out by a police officer.
Did you?
Now then,
Where? Let's police station.
at a police station.
Look, this fucking printed at his house, did it?
He might have done. He might have been keen, Martin.
Still see what these fucking
It's regarding this.
Edward, one of the things that drew my attention,
Yes.
and I wasn't 100% sure if you were wearing a belt or not.
I was.
When we come down Pont, that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
I was not 100%, and that's
Yeah.
why
I saw you on Pontefract.
on.
What is it? Torry Road, wasn't it? Near Torry Road bus depot.
Yeah. And I wasn't sure, but like I said, you had it on when we stopped.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, so it don't make a difference. We'll
Yeah.
check.
I did have it on.
No, that's good. It's good to know you're driving safe, Edward.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't put the
Yeah.
seatbelt on and end up
But
getting windshield.
last time I got stopped, they did the full thing, went through me chassis number, checked the chassis number, did everything, and
Alright.
what is it? And it was only last Monday. This is the 3rd one, but I'm glad you have stopped me because it makes great content
I know,
on
you've got a
YouTube.
lot of views now, Marty, don't you?
You need
Oh,
that
you
revenue,
what?
don't you?
We do.
You've got a lot of views
You know what
now,
it's
don't
all
you,
about,
Marty?
don't you?
I do, yeah.
Hey up, big guns are out. Excuse me, can I have your numbers before you go, guys?
Come out of the road, come this side.
Right, and I'm just going to take photos of this and
Be careful, because I'm going to set off.
you're not setting up before I get your numbers.
Alright, you should have them. I'm 5274, mate.
And I'm 3177.
Right, and you're both at Ellen Road Police Station.
No, I'm not.
I'm
Right.
at Pudsy's at Cargate.
So, you're at Putsey, he's at Cargate.
Aye.
Right,
Thanks for your time.
no problem. Are you satisfied now? You're going to take the marker off the car now?
Right. Drive safely.
Are you going to take the marker off the car, sir? Are you going to take the marker off the car? See you later, dogs. Fucking wankers.
Got fucking terror down, didn't they? Got fucking terrorised, mate.
Now,
Yep.
okay, you are outdoors, you don't have to wear a face covering outdoors, and the problem is you are filming a police station, which is obviously a building which is sensitive. There is nothing to say you can't film it,
Yep.
but for my own purposes, do you have any identification with you?
No,
You don't have any idea. What's your name, please, then, sir?
I don't need to give you that.
Okay.
You have to understand that if I don't have to provide something, I'm not being difficult on purpose.
No, I'm
It's
not
just
either, but I'm
if-
making perfectly valid questions about what you're doing.
From your point of view, I can see that, but I only work within the parameters of the law,
Okay,
which I'm sure. I mean, I've got all the legislation in my pocket.
okay. And for what organisation are you filming? You said you're a journalist.
So I'm an independent journalist.
Okay. And where will this footage be going?
Depends.
Pardon?
Depends.
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you are filming outside a police station.
The video captures an independent journalist filming outside an investigation center in Portsmouth. He was approached by police, who requested he remove his face mask and provide identification for security reasons. The journalist declined, citing his right to privacy under Article 8 of the Human Rights Act. The police explained that filming near police stations raises security concerns, especially regarding terrorism, but acknowledged no laws were broken and did not enforce compliance. The journalist emphasized his legal rights and stated he had no intention to provoke. To watch the whole clip and please support this auditor by subscribing to his channel. The link is in the description.
Blowing footage for a story.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I understand that. That's fine. I'm not making an issue of it. Obviously, can you just uncover your face for me so I can see you on my camera? I'm
no.
2 metres away. That's absolutely fine.
I'd rather not, because I'm not obliged to by law.
Okay, the problem is that with somebody with a face covering, and I appreciate that we have a COVID situation now,
Yep.
okay, you are outdoors, you don't have to wear a face covering outdoors, and the problem is you are filming a police station, which is obviously a building which is sensitive. There is nothing to say you can't film it,
Yep.
but for my own purposes, do you have any identification with you?
No,
You don't have any idea. What's your name, please, then, sir?
I don't need to give you that.
Okay.
You have to understand that if I don't have to provide something, I'm not being difficult on purpose.
No, I'm
It's
not
just
either, but I'm
if-
making perfectly valid questions about what you're doing.
From your point of view, I can see that, but I only work within the parameters of the law,
Okay,
which I'm sure. I mean, I've got all the legislation in my pocket.
okay. And for what organisation are you filming? You said you're a journalist.
So I'm an independent journalist.
Okay. And where will this footage be going?
Depends.
Pardon?
Depends.
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you are filming outside a police station.
Yeah.
You don't have to wear a face mask. There is no legal obligation on you to wear a face mask. And because you are filming outside a police station, there are obviously sensitivities around that. If you don't mind, just remove your face mask. I don't have mine on. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on your camera. You're on my camera, and then I've got your face on my camera, and everybody's happy. All right?
Yeah. I won't be happy
Why not?
because I don't have to do it by law.
Okay.
It's-
So that's fine. Okay.
Not only.
What's your name, please?
Not only am I an independent journalist, but I'm actually an activist for human rights.
Right. Okay.
And under the article,
I'm an activist for human rights too, as well, my friend. I promise
but
you that.
under Article 8 of the Human Rights,
Sorry, I can't hear you because you.
under Article 8 of the Human Rights Act,
Yeah.
I've got a right to privacy,
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
and unless I've committed a criminal offence, that's not to be
Appreciate that.
breached.
But as you're probably aware, our security state has gone high because
Yep.
of a certain recent security situation with terrorism and things like that.
Yeah,
So we're obviously a little bit cagey about people filming the police station with their faces covered.
Yep.
Okay, it is a secure building. Okay, there are people working in there on sensitive and secure stuff. People use cameras to reconnoitre such places. Or I'm not asking if you have your name. If you don't want to give me your name, that's fine. But you can't. I'd like you to uncover your face, please, just so that I can at least record your face, so that we can. If we need to come and speak to you again.
I mean, if I did that, then I would get all sorts of slack online.
But it doesn't. My footage doesn't go online, you see.
Yeah, I know. But from the point of view, what it is it's also called the Panak movement. So another branch, kind of, as you will, for rights is our civil rights. So photography is not a crime.
No, it is.
And I've got a letter here from Andrew Trotter.
I don't know who he is.
He was the chief of the College of Policing, and he sent out guidance to...
Would you excuse me a minute, my radio's just going. Hello, go ahead.
I'll get him the letter.
Yeah, no, I'll just speak to him.
We'll show him the letter and then see what he makes of it.
Sorry, say again. No, I've been able to because obviously I was driving. I'm never going to detain you. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just asking who you are.
Good.
All right, that's all I'm doing, as it says on here.
I mean,
right, listen. Let me explain something. I am absolutely down with the human rights and all of that side of things. Part of what we have to do. Thank you very much for that. Part of what we have to do is uphold people's human rights, and I'm not for 1 second challenging you to stop you from filming out here. Okay, that's not the issue. All right, my concern is at a time of heightened security concerns around terrorism. Okay, people with cameras hanging around outside high security buildings like police stations, filming them. Okay, with their faces covered. That's the issue. All right, I'm not doing my job properly if I don't come and talk to you.
Right.
All right.
So would you ask a Muslim to remove their face?
It doesn't matter who you are.
So,
if that is going to be the issue, no, it doesn't make any difference who you are. Yes, I'd ask anybody to ask their face covering, to remove their face covering.
So we're just going to stop this here, because if he did ask a Muslim or a non-Muslim to remove a face covering or a veil, he would not only be breaching Article 8 of the Human Rights Act, but face coverings can only be removed by force under Section 60AA of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994. And this can only be done if they genuinely believe that you are concealing your identity on purpose.
Okay, doesn't matter. I don't know whether you're Muslim, Christian, atheist, whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact is, you're wearing a face mask filming in front of the police station. Okay. Now I understand what you're trying to do, and I'm not arresting you because it's not. You're right. It's not an offence to record people. Okay. I know that this footage, hello YouTube, is probably going to end up on YouTube later on.
It probably will,
Okay.
Unless you commit a criminal offence, and then it won't.
Unless I commit a criminal offence. What criminal offence am I going to commit?
Well, if we look at PC Crow from Gosport, who arrested me under Section 44 of the Terrorism Act 2000.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, yeah.
So are you aware that that was repealed in 2010 due to police misuse?
Right, okay. I wasn't aware of that, although
there we go.
It's not a piece of legislation I've used
you now
in the
can't,
last 15 years. So.
You now can't use that, but 10 years after it was repealed for abuse, I was arrested for it, just for doing this.
All right, that's fine. Okay, just be aware, we're obviously aware that you are here.
Yep.
Okay, that's me doing my job, all right?
Yep.
If you've been arrested for it recently,
yep.
Well, that wasn't me, it's nothing to do with me, okay?
Yep.
Police officers make their decisions based on their own knowledge, okay?
Yep.
All right? Legislation gets repealed all the time, all right?
Yep.
So, unfortunately, these things are as they are, all right? Just for you to be aware that we are aware you are here, and for you to be aware of the sensitivities around filming police stations. I know you're trying to provoke a bit of a reaction out of us.
Not at all.
Okay, that is kind of what you're doing, because that's what happens, all right? You've got the reaction.
But
so, as I say, hi YouTube, thank you very much for your time. I've got a job
I'm sure you've watched other... Right,
Sorry.
okay. I'm sure you've watched other channels where they do that.
No, I'm not there. I don't find them very interesting, to be honest, because they're just filming me doing my job.
Obviously you've heard of them though. I'm not one of those. My channel is completely calm. I just go about filming. If something happens, it happens. I never provoke a reaction. Have I provoked or been rude to you?
No, you've not. No. But your presence is a provocation in itself. Not an antagonistic one or anything like that. But your presence will provoke a reaction eventually. Okay, it will provoke a police officer to walk over and go, "Hello, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
All right,
not all
I'm
the time.
not doing my job, but just try. That's all right. Carry on. All right. People will film police stations to try and work out how to get in, so that they can go back later on and review the footage. Go, "Oh, there's a weakness. There's a way in," and then they're into a police station with a booby trap.
A booby trap. Oh dear. Does he think he's in Indiana Jones or something? Anyway, sorry.
A knife, a gun, a bomb. I don't know. And until I've spoken to you, how on earth can I know that you're not doing that?
Fair enough, but that's never happened.
I don't know that.
Outside of the IRA, that's never happened.
Before 2001, nobody had ever flown an aircraft into a tall building deliberately. All right? I don't know.
Yeah.
And if I don't challenge it, how on earth am I possibly doing my job properly?
Yeah, and I'm not moaning at you for challenging it. It's fair enough.
All right? Anyway, I've got to go and book somebody in, so you take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you for watching. Police using vague justifications to stop, question, or detain people without cause is a growing concern. Simply being in public is not a crime, and officers cannot demand compliance without legal justification. Whether it's intimidation tactics, unlawful demands for ID, or escalating situations without cause, standing your ground and recording every interaction is key to holding them accountable. Always ask questions, challenge unlawful orders, and never let your rights be ignored. Subscribe for more UK police accountability videos, real encounters, and important lessons on knowing your rights. Stay informed, stay empowered, and never stop filming.